Here with hockey legend Johnny Bower, the goalie that was in the nets the last time the Leafs won the Stanley Cup in 1967. He's promoting his new book, The China Wall. I can't wait to read your book. Tell us how you got to write it.
Well, actually, my grandson more or less started. He says, I think it's about time you wrote your biography. And I said, well, I haven't got the time. But we sat down hours and hours and hours. Well, you know what it's like when you have to write a book, you know, here and there.
All those great players, Tim Horton, you know, and
right players, yeah.
And you look fabulous for not wearing a face mask too in those days.
I think in those days I learned how to duck after, so maybe that's why.
Well, men were men in those days.
Well,
you know?
we had to do our best, otherwise, particularly in myself. Otherwise, at my age and all that, if you let down a little bit, I would be back down in the minors, I guess, or I'll say, hey, your time is up. But good old Punch there, he just told me, he said, look, as long as I'm here and you work hard and what you do in the practice, he felt you're going to do in the game. And he was right, you know, so, because certainly paid off for us when he was our coach and won Stanley Cup. So, but he was a driver, he was a very demanding person, but I liked him and I liked hard work, and you only get what you put into it. And it's the same way with this book. We said hours and hours and hours and hours thinking about some good stories in there, and it turned out real good for us.
Oh, I bet you must have a million stories. What would your advice be to the Leafs now to win a Stanley Cup?
Well, they just got to, well, like so much advice, I don't know what to say to them anymore. I mean, I guess they've got to get the young, I know they got to get young guys in there, because it's proven right now who's winning the Stanley Cup. And look at Pittsburgh last year, the young guys they got. They came so close to winning it, eh? And of course they hit Detroit with some experience and all that. But still, the goaltending was fantastic. Both goaltenders really played well.
I really believe it's goaltending that wins the Stanley Cup in the end, doesn't it?
You have to be alert. You have to go to church and light candles and everything else. And like I used to against Montreal, and I don't know, sometime the Rocket must have blew him out or something, because he'd always score a couple of goals on me, so I don't know, but yeah, no, it's very interesting.
Well, you won more cups in the 60s than the Canadians did.
Well,
so,
in the 60s, yeah, we did, yeah,
sure
they got one that snuck in there in 66, I think it was.
Yeah,
they
sure.
snuck in there. Yeah.
We'll get them next time.
Yeah, I hope so.
Pleasure to talk to you.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thanks for coming. Right.